Hey there, everyone, Snail Smith here, and today we are in Wuhan, China. And this is presumably one of the live animal farms where the coronavirus started and where the annoying, frustrating, exasperating virus came from. We're all people are suffering to this, and people who are not suffering with this are suffering because they are annoyed and we want to go outside. But there are reasons. So the coronavirus started in Wuhan, China, in a live market farm, and the COVID spread through ships, almost anyway, walking, talking, singing. It's airborne. It's airborne. It's officially airborne. Once it's officially airborne, someone who inhales that virus is gonna get sick in a matter of time, and it spreads around through 2 to 3. It's a 1 to 2 to 3 people ratio, 1 to 2.5 ratio, and it kills people who already has complications. Let's say you have diabetes. It's gonna put your instead diabetes is pretty deadly enough, or AIDS is pretty deadly enough. But imagine having diabetes or AIDS attacking you one side, and the coronavirus attacking you from the other side. Overwhelming, right? So another thing is the spread time. This took about 2 months to spread, and this took about 2 months from China all the way around. Just 2 months. You might think a virus would take years because of our transportation. So here's one of my scenarios. It's coronavirus now. I've got a hospital here. Here, I am showing the ICU. This is an intensive care unit, and this is the ICU room. This is where the beds are. You are literally dying of coronavirus. They're literally putting an IV tube into your arm. They're trying to mitigate as much as possible, but the coronavirus is very strong. So this is what it looks like. People dying. If there's no more time for emergencies. If let's say you cut open your arm and it's bleeding, there's gonna be not much of a chance because the ICU room is gonna be filled to the top with people with COVID. And this on the left side, left flank, is the labs. The people are intensely day and night trying to fiddling with chemicals, fiddling with drugs and all sorts of stuff, just to get the perfect vaccine, the medication. And another thing is, this affects all the people. This is eventually going to spread here, but this affects mainly the poor people who are less fortunate than them. That's not about nobility or power or wealth and that stuff. It's about lack of opportunity. And here is a cramped room. This is like a full-on tenant, like a full-on place where people like in a single room. There's like 5 beds. Wow, that's a lot. And one of the roommates, let's say him, Billy over here, has coronavirus. It's gonna spread all around the building and then officially outward. But we do have allies, not like countries. We do help each other, but we have got probably one of our best things. This is the World Health Organization, or the WHO, not the band, but the World Health Organization. These people work day and night relentlessly, looking at their computers, trying to advise people about what is going on. Like should we stay home? Should we not? Should we wear masks? Yes, we should stay home. Yes, we should stay masked, with masks and everything. And so, this is coronavirus town. I've explained everything about coronavirus. Next, we're gonna phase over to the bubonic plague. This is what practically a medieval village looked like. Cramped, dirty, smelly. Who would love walking in the middle of a medieval village where everything's dirty? Literally, people were slaughtering pigs in the streets to get the meat. Butchers, yes, but they would throw the guts out in the street and they would rot, and there would be a perfect place for bacteria and viruses to make their own cultivation. But it wasn't from poop or anything. It started from someone getting infected. No, this came from China. We presume it came from China, and this is one of the 10 death ships. There are 10, but I am showing one. This is one of the trade ships. These ships were in very bad shape. People were getting infected, sick and dying. Rats were everywhere, and goods were getting literally infested. Like people were literally getting infested with the virus because of the goods. And so then it spread from over here and into the village. All it took is the crates and goods. Rats and fleas. All it took is rat and fleas. Let's say this has fish. Rats might want to have a nibble on the fish. You know what? He's gonna get infected. He's gonna spread it to the family, and it's all over. So this is how it spread. It spread like coronavirus, but it wasn't transmittable. Almost transmittable through air. It was transmitted by ships, touching each other, touching dead bodies of the people who had it. But they also had an ally. They didn't have the World Health Organization. Yes, we will be talking about institutions and health protocols and that stuff a little later, and simulators. Monks helped, cared for the people, did research, did some small sciences, and mainly they thought it was actually, yes, they thought it was the Lord who was angry and saying, you guys sinned and I put up enough and I'm infesting you. No, it was not that. It was because of first of all, A, dirty conditions, B, people not keeping clean. People start instituting washing hands and all that stuff. And because of the unkept scenario and dirtiness, it spread. It was very easy. But the time, coronavirus, back in Corona Town over there, it took about 2 months to spread fully because we had planes almost anyway. Here it was presumed that it spread on the Silk Road, and this spread on the Silk Road and ship, walking, talking to each other, and through waste. But there was kind of an amazing discovery: the microscope. Nowadays, coronavirus town, we can actually see the virus, what it actually looks like. But back then, the medieval times, yes, we're going back. Back in the medieval times, the microscope wasn't there. But around the 16th century, we officially found out it was we found out it wasn't God, it wasn't bad spirits, it was a bacteria, Yersinia pestis, or that's how we call it, Yersinia pestis, and that's what we found vaccines. We presumably found vaccines for this, and we've found ways to mitigate the deadliness. The power of this is not that strong anymore. So, I've described the Black Death and the coronavirus. So, guys, I hope you like, share, subscribe. I hope you find this informative. I actually hope you do. Share this with your doctors, and hope this video goes viral. Peace out, everybody.